Formula S 125 shifter karts. Jason Lee's been the dominant driver so far this weekend. Down off the start, beautiful conditions again. Lee locked up the rear brakes. He's gone off track out of the lead. That's handed the lead to Daniel Eagleton from Mount Wellington and Auckland, and Jason Lee has got to play catch-up. He's right back at the tail of the field as Michael Wheaton and Houston get together. They started up inside the first three rows. Mike Browning there from Mount Wellington in the 21 gets delayed as well. But Daniel Eagleton out into the early lead. Here's a look at the replay. This is for third and fourth. In fact, it was Daniel Bray up the inside of Wheaton. Rick Houston in the 40 with nowhere to go. Climbs up onto the back of the 67. Wheaton electrical arrow. Mike Browning there running off track in avoidance. So it's Mount Wellington's Daniel Eagleton. Mark Sweatman in the 70. Eagleton had a horrible start to the weekend in practice during the week. Did some chassis damage to that kart. It's an Intrepid chassis out of Italy. Daniel hasn't done a lot of kart sport racing over the summer. He's been racing out of Western Springs and TQs as Michael Wheaton drags his number 67 off track. All eyes are on Jason Lee here. He started off the pole, he dominated qualifying, he set new track records through all of the races so far today. He locked up the rear brakes and made a mistake up into the top hairpin, and he's threading his way through this traffic, trying to chase down the leaders. Just ahead of Lee is Mount Wellington's Greg Hilua, number 85 wildcard running the RS125 Honda. The National 125 class, running motorcycle versions of the 125s, not the purpose-built 125s like the KZ2 class. Mixture of the Pavesi, TM and Honda power plants. The RS125 Honda, of course, the GP engine from circuit racing. Beautiful little engines, very, very quick on these 6-speed shifter karts. Jason Lee is absolutely hauling at the moment. Fastest driver on track by a full 3 or 4 tenths of a second, 43.3. In fact, 4 tenths of a second quicker than Daniel Eagleton. Daniel Bray, current 2NZ. Another RS125 Honda on the Arrow chassis. Got involved in that opening lap skirmish that claimed Michael Wheaton and Rick Houston. So Daniel Bray now under pressure from Jason Lee, who's got by Greg Hilua. So Lee now up inside the top 4. Daniel Eagleton still leading this race. Going back to Eagleton, talking about a damaged chassis he sustained earlier on in the week in practice. Another driver pulled out of the pit entry right in front of him, put him off track, did a lot of damage to the kart. He's leading this race, hasn't done a lot of racing in karts this year. He's been racing at Western Springs in a 3/4 midget as Lee slices up the inside of Daniel Bray. Up inside the top 3 goes Jason Lee from the tail of the field on the opening lap. 43.3 for Jason Lee. Easily the quickest on track, and another new track record for Jason Lee this weekend. The top gearbox classes, Open KZ2 and National 125, have all been skirting around that low 43-second range. The outright lap record could be under threat this weekend as well. Jason Lee could just be the man. The Formula S 125s up to third. Eagleton still leads. Here's Mark Sweatman now coming under pressure from Lee. 20 laps is the distance for the final Formula S 125. Manawatu Toyota Raceway, alive with the sound of 125 shifter karts. Very, very quick. Lee with the crossover. Down to the pit turn, picks up second. There's Eagleton. You can see the gap to the leader. It's probably 2 to 3 seconds at the moment. Daniel Eagleton doing it pretty comfortably, but I think he's going to come under pressure very, very shortly from Jason Lee. Lee was the top qualifier as Eagleton's got lap traffic up ahead. Lee won the first and second heat. He won the pre-final as well to put him off pole for the final. He went off in the first lap as Lee goes down the inside of number 80, Steve Brown, out of the Bay of Plenty Kart Club. So Daniel Eagleton getting down to the business end of this race, looking for his first national title, up against the current title holder, but no, he will take the win. Jason Lee's had a problem on the last lap. Mark Sweatman across the line in second, Daniel Bray third, and Lee limps across the line in fourth. So Daniel Eagleton takes out his first national title from Mark Sweatman. Jason Lee promoted to third, with Daniel Bray unfortunately excluded after that first lap incident.
Daniel, congratulations. First time you've won a New Zealand title.
Yeah, no, it's really great. I mean, we've been running karts for 10 years. And, you know, it's finally come our way. We had a disastrous practice run. We blew up a gearbox. Qualifying, we got taken out in the tuning run. We just managed to make the second qualifying run off second, and I stuck my head down and worked hard just to work my way up to 3 off the pre-final. And just to see Jason go off, you know, it's heartening for him, and he really deserved to win. But that's the way racing goes, and we'll take what we get, you know.